Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Doctor Who Reviews. This week saw The Doctor Falls, the final part of the two-part season finale, and indeed the final episode of the season itself. And I'm joined to talk about it by two special guests. Firstly, to my virtual left, he thinks that centralist is an actual word now. It's FreezingInferno.
You are an enemy of the Daleks. You must be destroyed.
Thanks for that, Dalek Sam.
Oh shit, hang on, can you pause for 5 seconds? I'll be right back.
And to my virtual right, she's a cyber girl in a cyber world. It's Kat.
Wait, shit.
What was that?
It's the Dalek gun, but it sounded like a dentist drill going off.
I thought your vacuum cleaner was going.
Why won't this thing fucking do it?
There we go.
Right.
There we go. I got a USB Dalek.
Oh my fucking god.
It has like motion triggers and shit.
Yeah, well, you know what they say to that.
You would make a good Dalek.
This is going to be a long
Just get
night.
all those things timed or something.
It's literally right on top of my desk. I can just reach and get it.
This is going to be a long night.
No, I mean you somehow knew the exact one that was going to come up.
Oh, it only says 3, so...
Oh. Well,
Also, I
mine's
just
like
got lucky.
apparently random, so...
Well, unfortunately, the Daleks did not show up in The Doctor Falls, so we are off topic already, so that's great.
Hang on, let me get my talking Cyberman.
Oh, God.
I'm kidding.
So let's talk about the Doctor Falls, and I guess instead of playing with our Daleks.
Okay, so yes, The Doctor Falls. This had an awful lot to live up to.
But it wasn't awful. We have that at least.
It certainly wasn't awful.
Nope.
I honestly think our opinions are going to vary quite significantly between the three of us. But that's good. That makes for an actual debate.
That's fun. It's fun to bitch at each other cattily when we don't agree.
You know, we'll have the two right people and the one wrong person.
Well, he is to our virtual left.
Oh.
I was talking about you.
I know. I was turning it around.
Oh, you're trying to mirror shit, aren't you?
Oh. This is going to be a very long night.
But yeah.
So let's just begin then at the beginning, because that seems logical.
Okay, Mr. Linear.
This was a... Don't start. This was a...
Wait, I thought we were reviewing Doctor Who, not Star Trek.
A very effective... Don't start. I thought this was a very effective opening to the episode. And it's a typical Moffat trick. You know, we have a big cliffhanger, end of part 1, and then part 2 starts in a completely different location.
Yeah.
He did this for The Big Bang. He's done this for... Did he do it for Death in Heaven? No, he didn't.
No, not really.
Okay, but he did it for The Big Bang and the Pandora opens. He likes to shift the location between parts 1 and 2.
Wedding of River Song, I guess.
That wasn't really a part 1 though. That was a standalone episode.
I suppose. I don't know whatever.
Here's an idea. Who gives a shit?
You know what this other episode this evoked memories of for me, and it was a good thing that it did this.
What?
The Family of Blood.
Oh.
Okay. Oh, yeah, I can see where you're coming from.
Because you've got the patients that are shot and then chained up to serve as scarecrows. It also introduced us to our major supporting character, other than the two masters, obviously, who we'll get to in a moment. Hasran, played by Samantha Spiro. She was, I thought, quite a good addition to this episode.
Yeah, fine.
And another Game of Thrones, Throny Game alumna.
I like how you had to correct it with my shitty fucking type. Like
We have to keep the memes alive.
We're not. Well, you're not gonna say it.
We have to keep the tropes alive. I'm not marrying you. Fuck.
No, you're Marion Kachiri. Duh.
Fuck. Right. And a little bit of trivia here, and they're kind of linked to a previous episode that we reviewed. Samantha Spiro plays Melissa Tarley, who is mother to Tella Tarley, who is portrayed by the girl who played Car in The Eaters of Light.
Okay.
Rebecca Benson. And again, was in one episode, but no, she didn't die. But they were both in one episode, and they survived. Why is Samantha Spiro's casting amusing to me? Well, there were rumours, believe it or not, that she would be the next Doctor.
Oh.
These rumours stem from the BBC being all mysterious initially about who she was playing. They refused to say who she was playing, so people were like, oh, well, they refusing to state it because she's the next Doctor?
Well, let's be fair. Peter Capaldi kind of makes it so that previous actors from Doctor Who can be the Doctor.
Yeah, but she wasn't a previous actor in Doctor Who. She hadn't even appeared in the episode yet. She'd just been cast.
I see what you mean. No.
She herself thought it was very funny. She thought the rumours were very amusing. And then we have to talk about the main reason why this opening sequence was awesome. That final shot of Bill as a Cyberman holding the Doctor who appears to be dead.
That's one hell of a cold open.
Yep. A moment in time sure to be immortalised by fan art for years to come.
Beautiful.
Although, really, I can think of other things in this episode that will be immortalized by fan art and fan fiction.
Oh, you mean in one scene in particular? Yes.
Yeah.
I could see a lot of fanfics being written about that scene, but we'll get to that when we get to that.
Oh,
I hope we're talking about the same scene, because otherwise it's going to be weird.
I think we probably are, but we'll find out.
There's like 3 things you can be talking about here.
Yes, I'm guessing the scene you're referring to refers to the next thing we're going to talk about, which is the Master and Missy.
Yeah.
Minus the final scene between them for now, because I'd like to get all the departures out of the way in one hit. I thought the dynamic between these two was brilliant.
It was gorgeous.
Probably the highlight of the episode for me. But I am biased.
Knock yourself out.
Yes, that was
It's my
great.
command.
I was secretly on your side all along, you silly sausage.
Oh.
I'm in 2 minds. Fortunately, one of them's unconscious right now.
While we're on the subject of the 2 Masters, I do like that the grand revelation of how he got out of the whole thing with Rassilon is just, I got out of it!
Not even I got out of it. They kicked me out.
They kicked me.
Yeah, they kicked you out. It was a mutual kick out.
Yeah, he got fed up with them, they got fed up with him.
And they fixed his whole turning into a skeleton problem, so that's great.
Lovely.
The less said about that, the better.
Yeah, well,
Dinner time!
that never happened. We'll ignore that for now.
I also like the bit where they're discussing, the 2 Masters are discussing the best way to kill the Doctor.
Yeah.
It says maybe you could fall, but then we weren't sure how many regenerations you had. We could have been up and down the stairs all night. It's just I hate the word usually, but it fits here. There's just a great deal of banter between them.
Why do you hate that word?
Yeah, banter's great.
Because certain people have taken that word and ruined it. Because what they class as banter is, in fact, not light-hearted, friendly banter. It's something much worse.
Okay.
You make one penis joke, and all of a sudden, everybody hates you because you ruined banter.
I also think the fact that the Master, or we'll call him Harold, just for the purposes of making it easier to identify.
Thanks, Phil Sandefur.
Yeah, thank you, Phil Sandefur. Your check's in the mail.
Yeah.
It's not really in the mail, Phil. I don't owe you anything.
It'll get lost in the mail, probably. That does not mean that we didn't send it. It just means it's going to get lost in the mail.
But yeah, the fact that Harold is in love with his future self, pretty much, that's just perfect.
I wouldn't say it's love. I think it's just mutual.
Well, he's
wow,
flirting.
she's just as crazy as I am.
He's flirting with his future self. They dance together. At one point, that Harold pops a boner.
Pardon?
He does. He does.
I think I missed that scene.
It's the bit where they're up against the wall. He says, "Is it wrong that I've..." Yes, totally.
Oh, I thought he was just referring to the fact that, is it wrong that I've got a crush on you or whatever?
Well, he mentions down there, so I don't think so.
Oh dear.
I think he pops a boner for himself.
You know, for kids.
It's for the kids.
Kids love boners.
And another thing I love about this partnership is...
Okay. Actually, with teenagers, how they are these days, kids really do love boners, so...
Glossing over all of that, then, I also love the fact that they took care to give both versions of the Master very distinct characters.
Oh, yeah.
You have Harold, who is basically a shitlord.
As he usually
and
is.
He revels in being a shitlord, and it's brilliant that he revels in being a shitlord. It just absolutely suits him for this episode. He wears freaking eyeshadow.
That scene with Bill where he's talking in his razor voice.
Yeah. Hello, my dear.
I kind of wanted to punch him then, no lie.
Yes.
That was very much the Master, but also very much I wanted to punch him in the face.
I think his best shitlord moment was the Doctor gives this impassioned speech about, try kindness for once in your life and we can stand together. He's like, you see this face? That's the face of someone who didn't listen to a word you just said.
What a buffoon.
Yes, but I love it.
Yeah.
He's such a little shit.
And he has to be, because you have to have a difference between him and Missy. Because Missy, yeah, she still can be quite cruel, but she seems to be embracing some of the things the Doctor is trying to teach her. She knocks Harold out to stop him. At cost to herself.
He's awake like 2 seconds later, so...
Yeah, I know. She obviously didn't hit him that hard then, although she did, because she's still got the bump on the back of her head to prove it. Oh, that was another great thing, when Nardole brings in the shuttle, and Harold's like, the Doctor's dead, he told me he'd always hated you, let's go. And then Missy comes in.
And mirrors him.
Yes. Thank you. I set that one up. I
technically stole that from Frez.
They just had some really good scenes together, but I don't feel that they were in this episode enough. They were quite peripheral. Again, I'm biased because I am a sucker for all things Master and Missy, but they felt quite peripheral at times, which is strange because the episode was marketed around the fact this is the first meeting of two Masters.
Yeah.
And then it took a back seat to a couple of other things. Chief amongst them, our next talking point, Bill and her internal struggles.
So before we get to that, can we have a mini-series of the two Masters? Just
God, yes.
Bantering with each other, please.
Well, I mean, we can't, unfortunately. Given the way this finished, that's kind of impossible.
Well, you know what? Timey-wimey, wibbly-wobbly.
Yes,
bullshit.
all right.
So, can I go into a little talk about Bill? Alright, so Bill and her internal struggle. On first viewing, I said this to Kat as well. I believe my direct quote after the reveal was, "I'm going to strangle you, Moffat." Because here we see Bill in the barn and she's fine. It's like, oh, thank God, the doctor did it. He fixed her. Oh, she's great. Everyone's still kind of afraid of her, but no. And then she looks into a mirror, and she's actually a Cyberman. Doctor Who mirror update. The mirror's betrayed me.
Yes, for the final time this series, we have a mirror. We have a mirror alert.
I mean, I have to wonder. I have to honestly get this out there. I want to believe that some small part of Rainiac watching our first transmission saw this, and in the back of his head went, "Saw it of me," and went, "Oh, God damn it!"
You don't have to wonder. I did. Because as we have already established, you have ruined forever the concept of reflection for me.
I have ruined the concept of mirrors.
See, when I was watching it, I was a little bit ahead of Frez, and as soon as I saw that, I was like, Frez is going to freak out. And I typed to Frez, "You're going to freak out."
I didn't even really think of the mirror at first because I was so shocked that she was still a Cyberman. man. So I was like, no. And then I found it and I'm like, wait, that was a fucking bear. Oh my god.
You probably screamed so loud Jane Campbell heard it.
Oh, Christ. So, what did you think of Bill and her struggles this episode?
Well, I see why you said, Moffat's betrayed us again, but see, I think her being shown as a human for most of it was quite a clever storytelling device.
I mean, it's twisting a knife. It's clever, but it is a twist of the fucking knife.
It is twisting the knife somewhat, yes, but here's the thing. For the audience to sort of emote or to connect more with Bill, what's better? Bill is a emotionless, monotone Cyberman for all the episode, or Bill is shown as Bill for most of the episode.
Oh yeah, I agree there. Having Pearl Mackie show up as herself,
and we've seen this trick before. We've seen this trick before with Oswin.
Yeah.
Plus, Pearl Mackie has to get her money somehow, and if she's a Cyberman, the whole episode.
Oh yeah, I don't disagree with that. I'm just saying the way they revealed it was a twist.
Yes.
The knife, and it's like
It was better than the knife, but I enjoyed it.
That being said, as we'll see, I'm fine with it in retrospect because of what the rest of the episode.
And this is where we're probably going to differ big time on this episode, but I'm
I'm sure we're going to have fun with that. But
can I say real fast?
Go ahead.
Something I noticed as I was watching the episode that I thought was a really good thing. Whenever it's Bill being Bill rather than Bill being a Cyberman, she actually walks a lot like a Cyberman.
Yes.
Holy shit.
So they still show it, like they showed her shadow and how that was a Cyberman shadow, and they showed her looking at her hand and it was the glove. But she also does a Cyberman walk.
The practical effects on that scene where it's revealed she's still a Cyberman are brilliant. I mean, once again, Rachel Talalay shows she knows how to direct a freaking finale.
It's what's even funnier is in retrospect, if you imagine all of Bill's dialogue delivered in the Cyberman voice.
Yes, and I did on second watch.
Oh, good. Oh,
I'm sure somebody will end up doing that.
I love it.
Like a YouTube video or something. But yes. I'm fine with Bill's mind resisting the programming because we have precedent for that with Denny Pink. And
as the episode says, precedent for that with the monks.
Yes, and also Oswin
the otherwise shitlord fucking lie of the land.
Oswin again, her mind resisted the programming, built up this fantasy land where she was still human. So Bill still still human.
Plus, she's technically the prototype Cyberman, so...
Yeah, we didn't touch on this so much last week, but the first Cyberman in existence is one of the Doctor's companions.
Well, how about that shit? That's fucking... Okay, that fucking throws spare parts completely out the goddamn window.
Except that they actually found a very clever way.
In spare parts, they actually use the Doctor as sort of a template for the Cybermen.
They found a very clever way, though, to sort of make it not ruin spare parts or any other story involving the Cybermen with the parallel evolution comment.
Yeah, but as I said, who gives a shit about Doctor Who? Get 3 alliances.
Is the correct answer.
I will say, though, a really cool bit of continuity is the fact that now we know where Missy got her Cybermen from Dark Water.
Yes.
Oh, wait. If we're talking about continuity, there's a whole shitload of fucking references to Planet 14 and Marinus.
I was going to get to that when we got to the Cybermen, but yeah.
Okay.
There's a lot of different references to continuity.
And Mandus and Telos are name dropped and all this other bullshit.
Voga.
Voga? Okay.
I've made a list of all of them, which we can get to when we get to the Cybermen. The other important thing about Bill is we get a bit of foreshadowing for the resolution of the episode. It's an actual tear, and it shouldn't be.
Oh.
And I have to say, I'm not going to give away the resolution just yet, but I didn't foresee that being the answer.
I mean, let's be honest. If you're watching this, you probably already watched the episode. But
well, you should have watched it. If you're watching this and you haven't watched the episode, what are you doing, you dummy?
You fool! You buffoon!
You fool!
What are you up to?
If you're watching this but haven't watched the episode because you really actually don't give a shit, Why are you still here?
Well, that's fair enough.
Brainiac, play the clip of Gilbert Godfrey calling people a fool.
Are you absolutely determined to get us done for copyright?
Brainiac, play the clip of Gilbert Gottfried's talking about 50 Shades of Grey.
Brainiac, put up Wolf Job.
Me, don't do any of that.
Put up a mirror holding a slightly smaller mirror.
Future me, don't do any of that.
Even further in the future, Brainiac, do all of this.
Put up a picture of Donald Duck in a bathtub holding up a mirror to celebrate.
No, future Brainiac, do not do that. Do not do that.
I know.
I have seen him in athletic wear, and I really don't want to see that.
Oh, God.
I have no idea what he was doing with his ass, but whatever. We're going off topic.
What? We're going so far off topic. Yeah, I thought the tear was symbolic of the fact that she was retaining her humanity, that she wasn't fully converted yet.
That's the trick.
Yeah, that's the bait and switch.
Plus, they didn't get rid of her tear ducts, so...
Yes, and we do see her cry. In the previous episode, the end of the previous episode, she actually does cry. But it's not her tear. Anyway, we'll leave that little tantalizing thought there. And move on to the threat, question mark, of the episode, the Cybermen. This episode really didn't do the Cybermen all that well, in my opinion, did it?
Really? It's enough.
It did what they had to do with the Cybermen, and the Cybermen just, find people, convert people, make more Cybermen.
Well, yeah, but they were just cannon fodder, really.
Well,
and?
Yeah.
Okay, one of them technically kills the Doctor, but does it? That's
I mean, that's kind of the whole point of this episode, is that the poor people on the farm are outmatched, and the Doctor lays down his life to help them. It could be any monster, really.
Yes, true. And we know why it's the Cybermen, because Peter Capaldi wanted the Mondasian Cybermen back for his swan song. Fair enough.
Did he? Oh, bless.
Yeah, the two monsters he wanted back were the Axons, which still hasn't happened, and the Mondasian Cybermen. And at the time...
Oh, that would have been rad as shit!
At the time, Moffat... Unless the Axons turn up in the Christmas special...
Oh,
can you imagine?
Man.
Can you imagine? But, yeah.
And hopefully Brainiac will put up a picture of these aliens, because...
I'll put up a picture of the Axons. Don't you have no fear.
Good.
But yeah, at the time, Moffat said he wasn't putting in either of them, and that, it looks like he had a change of heart with his main star leaving.
Basically, Kat, for your visual imagining, imagine a bunch of golden-skinned, human-looking people who are secretly tentacle monsters.
Well, if you would go and watch fucking Guardians of the Galaxy 2, the first scene has fucking people who are gold in it.
Well... Shit!
I was supposed to watch that this weekend, and I didn't get around to it, and now Chris can give me a bunch of shit for it. Thanks for that, Fresno.
You bet I'm going to give you some shit.
I don't even live near a movie theater. I would see it if I could.
I'll get around to it when I can, but...
I will fucking link you both. Something.
Something? Oh, well, if that's something, better not be some way to illegally watch Guardians of the Galaxy 2 without paying for it in a movie theater, because that just wouldn't be honest.
I have a legal way.
I have a legal way of watching Fatty Rides the Bus.
I have a... Let's not bring up Fatty Rides the Bus again, please.
Fatty Rides the Bus 2017!
Oh, God damn it, no!
Once was enough.
Okay, we gotta get back.
Fatty rode the bus, he does not need to ride it a second time. Right.
For those who don't know what I'm talking about, either Rainak's going to put it in the description, or I'm going to put it in the comments.
So the Cybermen then, we got lots of, we got 3 different generations of Cybermen. And they did offer an explanation as to why this was. Did we buy it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
Or was
it makes sense.
Was it just an excuse to do a Cyberman Legacy episode?
Well,
it makes sense.
I'm a little disappointed we didn't have 80s era Cybermen, but then again, that would require actually building new suits for that. Whereas
Yes.
the parallel world Cybermen and the modern Cybermen.
I think they've blown the budget on the Mondasian Cybermen, to be honest with you.
Really? They blew the blew the budget.
They've already got one brand new costume made and replicated across however many supporting artists and stuntmen they had, but
guys, we ran out of painted cardboard boxes and tubes. How are we going to make the
I have
next
to say, I
Cyberman?
think the effect of that Cyberman emerging from the lift and not being a Mondasian, but being a new era Cyberman, like a fully upgraded one, would have been greater if they hadn't showed a whole bunch of those type of Cybermen getting blown to Kingdom Come in the Next Time trailer.
Whoops!
Whoops, indeed. I did like the little girl blowing them up an apple.
I do love the fact that the Doctor, Harold, and Missy are all just screaming as they Sonic it into oblivion.
Kill it! Kill it!
On that topic of, people spoiling shit, hey, BBC America, what the fuck's wrong with you?
Oh, no.
Like, when was it? It was long before the Cybermen started heading up.
Literally every time that you watched the show, Kat,
they
yelled at me
fucking
at some
spoiled
point.
shit.
Yeah.
They spoiled the shit. They spoiled the scene where Bill and the Doctor are talking to each other just before they go to blow up Cybermen.
Oh, you're kidding me.
No! And each and every time they do it where it looks like it's continuing the episode and I'm completely lost and then it says, stay tuned, Doctor Who's coming back soon. It's like, fuck you!
That's the worst thing.
Every single goddamn time I've watched it actually on BBC America, they've done this shit.
What is it this time, BBC America? An episode that fucks itself up?
It's like BBC America was bought by the Sun.
Oh, God.
Oh, God.
I recently found out that somebody that I don't have the best of opinions of is now writing for the Sun, but it's just oh my God.
I know what you're talking about because I know this.
Yes.
Can we just take the Sun and shove it into the Sun?
If only. If only.
Along with the Daily Mail.
I still haven't. I'd be all for that as well. I still haven't forgiven them for spoiling John Sims' return. Because it took so much away. I mean, it was a brilliant episode regardless, but it took so much away.
So, Cybermen.
Yeah. You mentioned continuity. And lots of continuity being referenced here. Mondas is a given, but Telos from Tomb of the Cybermen gets a mention, and I've seen that one. Marinus is a weird one, because from what I can tell, that was 2 years before the Cybermen even showed up.
Yeah, Marinus is a season 1 episode from like the first year.
The keys of Marinus?
I know why. It's a reference to the events of Grant Morrison's Sixth Doctor comic, The World Shapers, in which that planet's Vord evolve into Cybermen.
Look at you getting the continuity details.
What the fuck? Are you fucking looking... Did you just poke at TARDIS Wiki or something?
Wikipedia, but yeah.
Okay.
Hey, don't begrudge you that. That's pretty impressive research.
I happened to spot it as you were talking, and it's like, oh, well.
Planet 14 is mentioned as well.
That's a reference to the invasion of the second Doctor.
It gets name-checked in the invasion. I checked the BBC fact file before you say, how do you know all this stuff? There's a BBC fact file about it.
How do I know all this stuff? I've seen the fucking episodes.
Yes, exactly. Me and Kat are just big frauds that just pretend to...
Well,
we don't like the show. We don't actually like the show at all.
The two of you have watched classic Doctor Who now, officially. So
we don't like the show at all, really, me and Kat. We're just here for the ride.
Yeah, I've seen the Twin Dilemma. That counts, right?
Before
you have not.
I'm only slightly scarred.
No, she really has.
No. Kat went one. Kat went one better with the Twin Dilemma. She didn't just see the Twin Dilemma. She bought the Twin Dilemma and mailed it to me.
Hey, good job. And the thing that connects these various planets in continuity is that they are parallel origins for the Cybermen. The Doctor says, Cybermen start everywhere. That's how they get around spare parts.
There you go.
You can square it out that there are different sects of Mondasian Cybermen. There are different origins of Mondesian Cybermen, and indeed regular Cybermen, right across the universe.
It's almost like
Cybermen in Atlantis!
Oh,
it's
God.
almost like a suggestion
They'd rust.
that just went
Oh,
all
my-
over the galaxy.
Wait, oh my god. I just imagined fish people being converted into cyber people. Cyberfish!
Cyberfish
we got
people.
ourselves a fucking story.
Fres-
I'm getting on a big finish.
Frez, we've already got robotic fish. They're not that interesting.
Fanfiction.net, thanks you for your contribution. So, yeah, I was a little bit underwhelmed with the Cybermen. I mean, okay, they weren't the main focus because they're the monster, and the monster is there to get destroyed, usually. But I just felt they could have treated them with a little bit more respect and dignity, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe their purpose should always be to get
The
owned.
episode was about the Cybermen per se.
Oh,
No, it's about one particular Cyberman.
Yeah, they're basically the second rung monster of Doctor Who. Like, the Daleks are up here and the Cybermen are kind of down here.
Rainiac, I'm going to send you something, and you have to have this playing over the whole rant of you not enjoying what they did with the Cybermen.
Oh, God.
Oh no, what?
You know what it is, Frez. It's that thing I linked to you about the Cybermen.
Oh, yes.
Jesus!
Yes! I was just about to get to that, to see where all the explosions are, the guys with the trampolines, yes.
Oh, that's great. Oh,
You have to have that
I
playing
will
over.
happily put that on a loop right now. The
Brainiac,
stuntman...
put up the jumping Cybermen wearing wolf job.
Shut up! The stuntmen earned their money that day.
Future Rainiac, please put up jumping Cyberman holding mirrors with wolf job in it.
Shut up! Once again,
Future
Future Me,
Rainiac.
don't do any of that apart from the gift of the jumping Cyberman. Right.
Look, we don't get to do this for another. We don't get to do this for another 6 months. We're getting it all out in one big burst.
You might get it out, but it's not going into the actual review. Sorry for your loss.
Okay, fine. Future Rainiac, get yourself a pizza.
That one I can do. That one. That's
And
a nice
make it in the
suggestion.
shape of wolf job.
Holding up a mirror.
I should have known. I should have known it was too nice. So,
You act like you don't know
having
us.
spent 40 minutes building up the tension and having various action set pieces, including an exploding apple scene that was very well done.
That was cool.
The first weapon in the world was an exploding apple. Take that, Adam and Eve.
Beautiful.
We then had a series of goodbyes, basically.
I'm refraining from making a really crass joke, so let's hurry up and get through this.
We had a series of
Yes.
of departures, beginning with Nardole.
Oh, you know, I liked Naruto. I mean, when they announced that he was going to be the companion, we were all like, "Really? That fucking whiny shit from Husbands of River Song? Really?" But he turned out to be good.
He wasn't bad in his return in the Return of Doctor Mysterio. Then he was very sort of minor for a few episodes. Then he really came into his own in Oxygen and Extremis. And yeah, I think for the most part, when he had a major role to play, he was pretty good.
So,
And
They
he's
didn't
pretty-
fuck him up.
I would say he's pretty good here too. In fact, he acts most like a companion in this story. Because you've got Bill is waylaid with being a Cyberman, which obviously limits what she can do. She can blow up doors, basically, and attack Cybermen. And blow a hole in the side of a bomb when she gets too angry.
Well,
I loved
think-
his reaction to that. Naruto's reaction.
Yeah.
It's okay. The bomb blew up. Back to work.
Yeah. It's alright,
See
Cyber
here.
bombs blew up, nothing to worry about, back to work, everybody.
I will say, I think Naruto was a bit above companion this time because while the companions have been useful in the past, it was usually under the doctor's orders or it was something minor. Here, he's like being the general of this army of completely normal people.
Yes, and he definitely fulfills a lot of the role that a companion typically would fulfill in a story. He's the one that finds the shuttle, so they can escape. He's the one that manages to flee from the two masters when they're beating up the Doctor.
That was cowardice.
Was it, or was it prudency?
I think it was cowardice, and then he's like, "Oh, hey, a chip."
He wasn't.
I should probably go back
he wasn't
and
exactly running away. He just sort of he just exited before they found him and presumably vaporized him.
A tactical retreat.
Yeah, if you like. He doesn't
Sure.
do any. He doesn't do much of the actual fighting, but he does help to defend the villages. He comes up with the weaponry and the tactics. I would say, in terms of character development, this is the character. Nardole is the character that benefits the most.
Is that windmill important?
Bang. Is that bush important?
Oh, he was good in this episode.
He was very good in this episode. I can't believe I'm going to say this, because I'm not a huge fan of Matt Lucas in general. I'm going to miss him.
Yeah.
I'm going to miss him too.
I'm actually going to miss him.
He was a good guy.
And his
And really?
Sorry, Kat.
Sorry.
No, go on.
Really, this is a better ending than we thought he was going to have. He's not dead by Missy.
I thought Missy was just going to vaporize him. I honestly thought Missy was going to kill him.
No, she did that to somebody else.
I didn't even think he was going to get to the final episode. I thought she was going to kill him, and that's how she escaped the vault. I was completely wrong. And I'm happy to be completely wrong on this occasion.
Yeah, she didn't even escape. She was let out.
Yes, and I liked. I also liked Nardole's transformation from being a very shady black market dealer. There's that great line about, you know my past. If I'm bringing more than 3 people, I'll start a black market. I'll be selling their spaceship back to them.
But then he becomes Space Dad. That's his ending.
Yes, he becomes Space Dad.
He's Space Dad and a hero.
He is a hero. He's definitely a hero.
Hooray!
I mean, he's maybe a reluctant hero because he said I'd rather stay and get blown up, but the Doctor had a heart-to-heart with him, and he realised that he was the one that had to go because he was the stronger of the two, technically.
That line was just beautiful.
The thing about not being able to know the words.
No, about the Doctor saying, which one of us is the stronger one.
Yeah, and then you just hear Nardole quietly go, "Damn." That was a really well done scene. The feels.
It hurt my heart.
Speaking of the feels, then, his departure was swiftly followed by 2 more, which broke my heart.
No.
This is the only way it could have gone down, but it's still.
Oh, absolutely! I mean, it's the perfect way for them to both bow out, really, isn't it? As Harold says, this is our perfect ending. We shoot ourselves in the back.
Perfect.
Doesn't change the fact that I was bummed out about this.
I mean,
I cried.
Oh, I didn't cry here. I was sad. I cried at a later departure.
It is sad.
Oh no, I cried here too because they just start laughing at each other and it's depressing.
Yeah, Missy sort of laughing in the face of death is.
It's almost kind of. I think I saw this comparison. It's almost kind of like the end of The Killing Joke, the Alan Moore Batman comic.
It's kind of like that. I deal with the fact that the last time we see we see Harold. Sorry, I know I call him John Sim. The last time we see Harold, he's descending in the lift and he breaks into maniacal laughter.
Of course he does.
I kind of wish he'd started glowing at that point.
Yeah.
Just a little
bit. We didn't
bit
get to
of glow.
see the regeneration.
No, we didn't get to see any regenerations in this episode. That was something that our friend Drakus was complaining about. That we had 3 Time Lords. All 3 of them technically died, and yet no regeneration went through.
Oh, well.
I think what they should have done, I mean, I can understand why they didn't do it, because they're obviously leaving it open-ended, but I think they should have cut back to Missy's dead body 10 minutes later, and there's just a faint glow around it, and then it cuts away. Implying that maybe she survived.
I mean, look, let's be real. Let's be fucking real for a second.
Yeah.
And this happened in Death in Heaven too, as I recall, where people were like, "Oh, Missy's from Vaporized. Well, I guess the Master's dead." No!
No, in fairness, we said she's not gone.
Yeah.
Well,
In Death
I
in
think
Heaven, we
somebody
said she's
said
not
it.
gone. And I'm saying
Somebody
she's not gone
somewhere
here.
said it.
I'm saying the Master is not dead. Or if they are dead, they will come back. But Missy is gone.
Okay, yes, that is true.
That's
Michelle
just confirmed by
Gomez
Michelle
is
Gomez.
dead.
That's the last time we will see Missy, unless she comes back further down the line like John Sim did.
Well,
I'm so sad. She was so good. And the even more tragic thing is she was going to help the doctor.
Hang on,
but the
Kat's
doctor
trying to
will-
interject.
let's not forget that the level kind of blew up, and we have no idea if her body was recovered or anything.
She'll be fine.
It's the Master. He or she will have escaped.
'Tis but a flesh wound.
Yes.
There's
If you
You stupid bastard, your arms off!
a whole thing about the Master Cat in classic Doctor Who, especially when he's played by Anthony Ainley. He would get killed, definitively get killed. No regeneration, just he would be in a room that would explode or whatever. He'd turn up in the next episode and Doctor would be like, "What? How did you get out of that, Master?" He'd go, "I escaped."
It's true.
And I'm not even joking.
Yeah, it's basically in the first Fifth Doctor story, he gets trapped in a collapsing Escher city of his own creation, and then the next episode is just like, "Oh, so you escaped from Castrovalva? That's right, Doctor."
And Moffat has stated in the past that "I escaped" is a perfectly acceptable explanation for him, for the Master's survival. So they'll probably just do that again.
I don't give a shit.
There is one possibility if they do want Missy's death to be the end of the Master's timeline, but bring him back. It is mentioned that Missy's not quite sure if she's the next incarnation along from Harold.
Oh yeah, so you've
She
got
is
that
fishy
ambiguity.
about it, so she doesn't know we don't necessarily if there isn't another incarnation between them. That may never get addressed.
Themselves a loophole, the fuckers.
That may never get addressed.
Well, Big Finish will probably poke at it.
And you've touched on it, but the saddest thing for me about this episode is that the Doctor actually succeeds. He succeeds in changing Missy. Missy changes for the better. She does it by betraying her former self and actually killing her former self. And she's just about to go back to her, and then he shoots her in the back and she can't regenerate. But the Doctor succeeded, and he will never know the fact that he succeeded.
Unless the new Master.
Well, the next time we see the Master, there'll either be a previous incarnation to Missy, and therefore that won't have happened for them yet, so they'll still be evil. Or there'll be a future incarnation on from Missy, but they'll have learned their lesson about turning good, because she paid the ultimate price for it, and she'll be evil, or he or she will be evil again.
Well, we'll have to see.
I just thought about this. Technically, the Doctor doesn't know what happened to Missy at all.
Yep, he doesn't know what happened to Missy, he doesn't know what happened to Bill.
Doesn't know what happened to Nard. Well, he kind of knows, I guess.
He knows what happened to Nardole. He quite literally lives on a farm now.
I will get to that.
Nardole quite literally lives on a farm now, by the way.
Perfect.
He got sent to live on a farm up levels.
And he got cared for by a very thirsty woman called Hazrat. She totally is, by the way.
Yeah.
The next departure wasn't really a departure, but it was a death, technically. The Doctor dies.
He kind of fucking dies. Yeah.
He completely dies. He makes a last dramatic brave stand, and he dies.
If it wasn't for the beginning of Rolled Enough in Time, I seriously thought that this was it. That they were, like, completely rebooting the entire series.
Yeah.
That's a little out there, but...
As the episode was going on the first time, I thought that before, obviously, the whole Harold-Missy scene at the end, that Missy was going to give the Doctor a regeneration. That was her redemption.
Ooh,
But he
that reminds
already has regenerations.
Yeah, he was dead. Like, he was actually dead.
Oh, right.
He's had to have the process... Please do.
Okay. You know that scene where you mentioned with Harold being like, I didn't hear a word you just said, and he's trying to convince Missy that lovely speech, which we didn't touch on at all.
We did.
Which is a great Capaldi... Well,
I said, Harold's reaction to it.
Harold's reaction, I mean, the speech itself. Yeah, it's a really great speech, and kind of echoes his whole, the start of Capaldi's arc with Into the Dalek, Am I a Good Man? And that's,
We know
so
Peter Capaldi can make fantastic speeches. We know this.
Okay, but anyway, when Missy's about to leave, he grabs her hand. So there's a clue there. Possibly. Something that Chibnall and his friends can pick up on if they want to bring back the Master.
I also like the fact that he was shouting no at them when they were walking away.
Mm-hmm.
He says, when I shout no, you turn around and pay attention to me or something.
So the Doctor dies. He fucking bites it.
He totally dies, but he dies saving people.
Which is, well,
and not just people, but a tiny community of villages, very similar to how he goes out actually in The Time of the Doctor.
Yeah, this is really the only way the Doctor can go out.
He sacrifices himself to save a small band of people. Not because it's winning, but because it's the right thing to do, because it's good, because it's kind.
There you go.
And I mean, technically, in the grand scheme of things, these people don't mean anything.
And I have to say, I absolutely love this scene where he goes to face his last stand, and it's like, without hope, without witness, without reward, which, by the way, echoes of Extremis. So that's a nice payoff. And then he starts fending off the Cybermen, starts making the ground explode, and as he's fighting off the Cybermen, he's recounting every single time he's defeated them, and that's brilliant. He's like, Telos, sealed you back in your own tomb. Voga, Planet 14, Canary Wharf, even the moon.
And then sadly, he mirrors Missy and gets shot in the back.
Yes. Can I just say because I won't have another time this series, no fanfare, but I'm talking about the music alert. The music that plays. What's wrong with this? He's allowed to talk about mirrors. I'm not allowed to talk about the music. Is that it?
Look, I literally just said, let me grab my alcohol. You could go ahead and talk about I'm going to drink and get drunk, okay?
I'm not going to be very long. Besides, this is my podcast, executive privilege. So,
okay, go ahead.
The music that plays when he's fending off the Cybermen, it's very similar to music from Heaven Sent. When he's going through his journey around the castle. Again and again. There, you can come back, I've said it.
What? You said what?
God damn it.
Oh, we love you.
Kat, I've finished talking about the music. You can come back.
Mirrors.
Oh shit, someone say something about mirrors? Hang on. Okay, I'm back.
Anyway, Kat's right. He gets shot, not in the back this time. He gets shot. Actually, no, he does get shot in the back. The first time he does get shot in the back. Doesn't he? And then he turns around and gets shot again.
Yeah.
Yep.
Right in one of his hearts.
Yeah. And I love that whole, what you think is his death speech. It's like, hello, I'm the Doctor. Not a doctor, the Doctor, the original you might say. And then the Cyberman's like, we have no need of doctors.
No, I think he was like, I'm the Doctor, and then the Cyberman says we have no need of doctors.
Doctors are not required. Bang.
And then he says doctors are not required, and then the Doctor says, I'm not a doctor, I'm the Doctor. And
they get shot again.
Yep.
Cybermen are immune to speeches, it would appear to be. But, just a great scene overall. And then he starts to regenerate, but he holds it in, and then he blows up the entire floor. Which should also kill Bill outright, but doesn't for some reason.
She's still obviously damaged.
Oh, she's damaged, she's scarred, but she's still functional. She's still functional. Which brings us to the solid gold elephant in the room.
Oh, we're going to have fun.
AKA Freezing Inferno's finest hour tonight.
AKA Rainiac gets rather upset with Stevie Moffat.
No, mildly perturbed.
Fair enough.
Other people, on the other hand, got very upset at Stevie Moffat for this.
Oh, of course they will.
Because it's the
you
return.
know how I feel about them.
It's the return of Heather, aka Hello there, Deus Ex Machina. How are you today?
It's the puddle lesbians.
Now, I have to say, you do realise that I actually called this ending 11 weeks ago.
Did you?
Yeah,
Think back to
good
our
on
review
you.
of the pilot, and I said, I wonder if Heather will come back and that will be Bill's exit from the series, and it totally was.
There you go.
I didn't expect that to happen. I was just
But it
spitballing, but it did. There was at least some build back to this coming back in the way back in the pilot with the Doctor suggests they might see Heather again because it's a big universe and who knows what you'll find.
Yeah, but usually when they do that, we don't get shit.
The weird thing is, she seemed to be a mindless puppet in that
I'm
episode.
still waiting for Gus. Where's Gus?
We'll never get Gus now. Unless Gus magically materializes in the Christmas special, we'll never get Gus.
Where are my goddamn eye crap monsters?
And we're definitely not getting that, because I think Mark Gatiss is not writing for the series again. Heather here has got free will back. And she's no longer a mindless zombie puppet. She's basically her old self, but now with these magical powers.
It could be that she stopped fighting against the thing that took her over and was like, oh wow, it's taking me to all these great places. I should just go along with it.
Or it could be that when Bill released her from her control, her obligation, that gave her free will back, possibly.
That too.
Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm less okay with the explanation for why she can suddenly fly the TARDIS. Let alone get inside the damn TARDIS.
Well, I mean, she can travel through all of space and everything. Why can't she just find Gallifrey and watch a couple
I'm the pilot, I can fly anything. No, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, no.
I'm fine with it.
How does she get into the TARDIS when it's locked?
She
she's
makes her hand into a key. I don't fucking know.
Oh, she's fueled. She just
Or
comes
that.
up through the floor, I guess. Yeah, all right, fine.
Or
fine.
maybe since the TARDIS is somewhat sentient, they just knocked and said, "We have the Doctor. Can you let us in?" And the TARDIS just.
I can pretty much hear Fresno trying to hold himself back here. So let's take him off the leash. I know you have a different thought to this than I do.
I loved this ending. I honestly loved it. I mean, it has shades of Clara's resolution to it, which is a bit difficult for me because of how critical I was in Lie of the Land, of reusing different elements. But I think it worked for Bill, and how it worked for Bill for me is something I saw in forums like, Bill has made her own ending with this. She helped Heather in the pilot, and Heather helped her at the end of this one. So, in a way, she made her own resolution of sorts, her own little deus ex machina, if you will. She set it up, and she got rewarded for it. Like I've always said, and like you'll see in the Moffat era, companions deserve better. It's not just them dying is it's certainly a way to do it, but it's a bit of a dark and grim way to do it, which some people might like, but Moffat-era Doctor Who isn't really about that. So Bill and Heather get to go off together. Now, the big criticism of that, is the whole, the super special thing, there's no consequences, blah, blah. To which I offer the retort, yes, there are consequences, just for the Doctor instead of the companion. So, you look at all the departures in the Moffat era. Amy and Rory get to live out happy lives in New York, but the Doctor never gets to see them again. Clara gets to have adventures between one heartbeat and the next with me. The Doctor forgets her face. Bill gets her own agency, gets to not be a Cyberman anymore, and gets to go back to her own life after exploring with Heather, but the Doctor doesn't know it. So in all the cases, it's the Doctor that loses out, whereas the companions get a bittersweet-ish happy ending of sorts. Kind of, Amy and Rory's were kind of bittersweet, I guess, but mostly happy. They didn't just die, as you know what I mean.
Yes.
So, on the whole, I like this. It's a definitive thing in the Moffat era. And while people hating it, I suppose that's fine. But it's just the way that Moffat has done this stuff. He is on record as saying this. I believe I sent you a quote. Let me see if I can't find that quote again.
You did send me a quote about how he didn't have the desire to write unhappy endings.
Here we go. I don't believe Doctor Who's the kind of show that says there are bitter, twisted, nasty endings, because it's not. It's not gritty. It's aspirational. It says it can work, and wisdom and kindness will triumph, and love will always come through in the end. I think there aren't enough people or enough shows saying that, and I'm damned if Doctor Who's going to join in with the general chorus of despair. So Bill doesn't die. She nearly dies.
Okay.
End quote.
Fine.
Okay.
For the sake of...
So, I really loved this. And I'm over the moon that Bill got a happy ending, and I think it worked. Rebuttal?
It's too similar to Clara's.
That's fair.
I mean, she dies, is brought back to life through technology, and leaves the Doctor with a female friend in tow to see the universe.
I will give you that. That is something I struggled with, as I said, because of my whole lie of the land thing of reusing things but not making it as interesting. Clara worked better. I'll concede that much.
Bill actually believes the Doctor to be dead, does she not?
Probably.
Yeah.
Because it says, this is the only place you'd ever rest in peace, if you'd ever rest in peace at all. But then she says, I hope we see you again, and the whole, where there's tears, there's hope.
Mm-hmm.
Which is hokey, but alright, fair enough.
I love it. I'm a sucker for that sappy shit.
And I will say in BBC America's favor, they had an extra scene, right after Heather reappeared, where, you remember that scene in the pilot where Heather and Bill meet in the club and they're staring at each other?
That didn't make it into our version.
It went to a commercial break and then it was like, hey, here's an extra scene. But it was basically an extended version of that where it turned out in the background the Doctor was playing the guitar in the club.
I didn't see this. Holy shit!
That's nice.
Can I just interject with one thing?
Yeah.
Gay kiss! Gay kiss! Gay kiss!
Yay! Puddle lesbians.
Yeah, I don't mind the gay kiss at all. And funnily enough, I didn't see too many people raving about the gay kiss because I think they were too busy raving about, there's no consequences.
No, I think that I saw one person reblog it. A person who got out of the Moffat era. I guess they kind of got disillusioned with it, and they reblogged it on Tumblr with the hashtag "What the hell happened to Doctor Who while I was out of it?"
Nerdcube hated the episode from start to finish.
See,
I'm sorry to say.
I was too busy crying to really care.
Oh yeah, so. I was a miserable mess too.
All right, I'll buy that you can't have her die. She nearly dies. Okay, fair enough.
Mm-hmm.
Fair enough. But I just hope with Chris Chibnall, the style of writing is different with these big finales.
I'm sure it will be. We're talking about the man who wrote fucking Cyberwoman, for Christ's sakes.
Hopefully his next Doctor and his first companion, or her first companion, indeed. There's a couple more hints that we might get a Doctor, because there was the whole thing like, it's going to be an all-girl club soon. Here's hoping, or something along those lines.
Oh, yes, please.
I think that's probably just cock teasing, but, wrong choice of phrase, because we're talking about ladies, but you know what I mean.
Cunt teasing.
We're not calling it that.
Yeah, we are.
We're not calling it that. And then that moves on from Bill and Heather leaving, and as far as I know, this is Pearl Mackie's exit.
Clam blocked.
Maybe she'll come back in a cameo for the Christmas special, but I think that is her regular exit. And so what we suspected is confirmed that Chris Chibnall is having a completely clean broom. The Master's gone, the Doctor's changing, the Companion's gone and will be replaced. Clean broom. New writer, new main cast. New status quo.
Heck, let's just take the TARDIS and it's no longer a police box. Let's make it, I don't know,
a piano.
Yeah, why not?
I was about to say an Italian restaurant for some reason, but no.
No, we've already taken
We have the diner. We have the diner, yeah.
He pilots the TARDIS by playing Beethoven.
Oh, yes.
Right?
I will say one thing. If they ever bring back classic character the monk, if Chiloma brings him back, his TARDIS is absolutely going to be a church.
Hey, Rainiac, you want to know something fun that you might like?
Uh-oh.
There was a Paul McGann audio finale. I don't know. I don't remember. But it was like Daleks and it had the monk in it. And both of the Doctor's companions from that season fucking died in that episode.
Yeah.
Yeah, ooh, wow. I didn't know to say. Ooh, spoilers.
I looked it up after Night of the Doctor.
Yes.
Oh, it's not that big spoilers. Come on.
I love she's like Rose crossed with Donna.
Anyway, we go from Bill and Heather leaving the TARDIS, and presumably the Doctor is dead and lying in state in the TARDIS for the rest of eternity. But then he wakes up.
Hold that thought. I just remembered something I wanted to complain about that I didn't get to before.
Oh, what's that?
That fucking line from Bill that pissed me off.
Oh, that one?
Which line was this?
She was joking, you know.
I highly doubt she was, but I'm just going to mention this.
I'm pretty sure she was joking.
What was the line?
It's the line where she's like, you know how I like women and people my own age? And then the Doctor's like, yeah, and she's like, just saying.
Glad you knew that.
You didn't like that?
No, mostly because of what it implied.
Well, it was implying that she was going to break her rule because she was fond of the Doctor.
Yeah, I didn't like that.
Because he's old and male. It was just her way of showing respect and what she thought was the final goodbye for the pair of them.
I bet she was just kidding around with them, too. Whatever.
I
didn't take it that way.
Most people like that, probably enough.
I kind of took it as romantic rather than friendly or anything.
Here, Kat, here, let me try to improve it for you. Imagine it's done in this inflection.
Oh, God. That makes it worse.
No, that actually does make it better. Okay.
So anyway, we go from contentious Bill line aside, of dialogue aside, we go from the Doctor's in the TARDIS, and suddenly he wakes up, and he starts to, regenerate.
And he starts quoting himself from...
Okay, I did love this mashup of previous Doctor incarnations.
Sometimes changing the course of human history.
That's the fourth Doctor's first lines, I think.
And he said, when the Doctor was me.
We've got I Don't Want to Go from the 10th Doctor. We've also got It's Starting and Regenerating from the 10th Doctor. And When the Doctor Was Me from the 11th Doctor.
But at least we don't have carrot juice in the 6th.
I also love the montage of all the Doctor's friends calling out to him.
Unlimited rice pudding!
Oh, God.
Well, that's not a regeneration line.
I love that montage.
No,
I love that montage of all his companions and friends calling out to him, and the fact they have Missy slightly separate at the end.
That's actually taken from old episode 2 when the 4th Doctor regenerated.
And they have Clara in it, and I almost started crying.
Yeah, how can Clara be in that when he doesn't remember her?
Who the hell knows?
Timey-wimey bullshit.
It's fan service.
Timey-wimey bullshit.
It's just fan service.
Oh, you want to talk about fan service? We'll check out what fucking comes next.
Yeah, we'll get into the fan service in a minute.
Right.
The
Do you
montage...
want me to fucking explain it to you? I will fucking explain it to you. He's regenerating, his brain is changing, so therefore the mind block that's on him, it no longer applies because his mind is changing. There.
Okay, I'll buy it.
So,
Good.
fuck you.
For the sake of brevity, I'll buy it. That montage brought back memories of the case of Androzani.
Yeah, I brought back memories of Logopolis for me, but the case of Androzani.
The end of the case of Androzani, where they're all spinning around his head, and it's like, you have to live, Doctor. And the master's like, no, you have to die, Doctor.
It just made me.
I always love Peter Davison's commentary on that on the DVD. He's like, well, I certainly had a bad day. First, I get nearly killed. Then my companion upstages with her cleavage. And then, just to top it all off, you turn into Colin Baker.
And then you strangle Nicola Bryant.
Yeah, and then to top it all off, you turn into Colin Baker.
But anyway, we have a very stubborn Doctor. He refuses to regenerate. He absolutely refuses to regenerate.
We were talking about.
It's not the first time we've seen a Time Lord actually physically stop the regeneration process because they want to. The Master did it in the Last of the Time Lords. Problem is that always results in the death of said Time Lord.
But who's the mysterious figure who's going to help him out?
Well, my guess, by the way, is that the Doctor will keep this regeneration at bay till the last minutes of the Christmas special, at which point we'll get our grand revealing of the 13th Doctor. If it hasn't been spoiled by the fucking sun by that point...
No, don't worry. It's going to be the Daily Mail who's supposed to.
I honestly thought the regeneration was going to be the cliffhanger when he went out in the snow. I thought, is Moffat going to really end it?
I was afraid of avoiding spoilers because I was afraid...
Is he really going to end it on the scene he began the two-part special with?
And then he didn't.
And oh my god, we got the biggest surprise of the year.
Motherfucking David Bradley.
The chuffing First Doctor is chuffing back. You talk about fan service.
Yeah.
You talk about fan service, but oh my god,
This wasn't a fan service. This was a fan wanking.
Yes.
I won't say called it, but the opening the world enough in time, I knew it was a Cyberman episode, so I thought it was going to be Antarctica 1986, which was when the first Cyberman episode was. That's the setting.
Yeah.
So, and that turned out to be right.
We may be revisiting the 10th planet.
Which...
Or we may not. They have revealed absolutely no details about the Christmas special, other than the fact that two Doctors are in it, played by Peter Capaldi.
I really don't remember how the finale of the 10th planet goes after the Doctor defeats the Cyberman, but before he changes.
All I know is that he wears a bit thin.
I don't know if it's possible for them to sneak an adventure in there, but by God, I'm sure they're going to try.
And you mentioned him, but David Bradley is playing the Doctor. Why is this significant? The first Doctor, I should say. Why is this significant? Because he's played the role before, but never in Doctor Who before. He was in the 7th series episode, Dinosaurs on a Spaceship. He was Solomon the Trader. He got blown up eventually.
Oh, yeah.
He has been in Throny Game, Kat reliably informs me.
Yes.
But he's perhaps best known to Whovians the world over as William Hartnell in An Adventure in Space and Time. I got that right?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Or if you're not a big fucking nerd, he's Filch from Harry Potter.
Yeah, he's also Argus Filch in Harry Potter.
You know, just that little thing that nobody
Adventure in Space and Time was really good.
Yeah, and he did a wonderful job as William Hartnell, so I am absolutely delighted that they've chosen him to play the role here. I think he's the perfect casting choice. I think it's a wonderful way for Peter Capaldi to bow out of the series, having an adventure with his first self, his first incarnation ever. And I also like the fact that they had a bit of foreshadowing for this too, because we've already mentioned when the Doctor got shot by the Cyberman, you know, he said, not a Doctor, the original, you might say. And then Bradley parrots it back to him.
Mirrored it!
Yes, Bradley mirrors it.
Really, we should have guessed this from the first fucking episode, because why else would he have a picture of Susan on his desk?
Oh my god, you're right.
Kat pointed this out to me and blew my fucking mind.
If Susan shows up in the Christmas special, even just a cameo...
Well, why would she? I mean...
I will lose my goddamn mind.
She was out of the show by 10th Planet.
Yeah, I know she was, but... Fan service.
Really?
But yeah, this was a delightful surprise. This was a delightful surprise. Also, I thought... I watched this on first watch. I was delighted. They finally held a big spoiler back. They finally stopped it from leaking.
Oh, no.
What?
And then I found out the Mirror had leaked this weeks ago.
Shit!
But I didn't know about it. So this was not ruined for me.
The Mirror's betrayed us again!
Yes, it is called The Mirror. I hadn't seen the leak, though, so this time it was a shock to me. It's a welcome shock to me. I'm going to have to fight very hard to not get spoiled for the Christmas special. Nor indeed, something we didn't get, the identity of the 13th Doctor.
Nope.
We still don't know who it is. We don't know if it's a man or a woman, young or old.
I'm sure they'll have to reveal them eventually.
I would love them to somehow manage to keep it going until the Christmas special reveals it. That would just be a wonderful moment at Christmas time. Great. I still don't think it's going to happen.
That would give me a lot of hope in Chibnall if he somehow managed to keep it secret who the next Doctor was.
Although Chris Chibnall's first series doesn't air until late end of 2018.
Oh God, we're doing this again?
So there is a chance there is a chance if they shoot the episodes quickly enough, they could start filming after Christmas and therefore have just the one scene of the new Doctor in the TARDIS, and you wouldn't have to reveal it.
There you go.
I'm clutching at straws, but
No.
it's there.
Can they just reveal who it is at the end of the Christmas episode so then we don't have to worry about this?
That's what we just said.
Well, Kat, see, the problem with that for you and I is even if they do that, Britain will not be able to shut the fuck up about it for the 7 hours between
Yeah, but
them
here's
getting
the
it.
thing. Here's the thing. Do you know how easy it is to just stay the fuck away from the internet?
It's
No!
not just the internet, because it's the
I do
papers,
it every
it's television
day.
news.
I don't watch TV that much. I don't read papers. I don't go on fucking Twitter. It's that easy.
The goddamn
basically have to
BBC,
question
the
myself in the
goddamn
basement.
BBC revealed that Matt Smith was leaving. The goddamn BBC revealed that Peter Capaldi was the 12th Doctor.
And again, I don't watch TV that much.
Okay, fair enough.
I've literally, I had no idea that Missy was in the vault. I still managed to
You
guess
actually
it.
have a social life. Good for you, Kat.
Oh no, I don't have a social life. I just don't give a shit.
You-
Twitter's boring.
We did not get a trailer. I didn't expect there to be a trailer. I don't even know if they've shot the episode yet, and I don't want to know if they shot the episode yet for the reasons we've already mentioned. Keep it in the can. Keep it in the can until Christmas. Reveal a few brief details. Don't reveal anything major. And let's have a wonderful adventure to finish off Capaldi's era.
Unless the Ronnie is somehow in the episode, and then please reveal it so then Rainier can freak out and we can watch it.
I swear to God, the 30th anniversary of Tom and the Ronnie is in September. I'll make you people watch it.
Oh,
I'll watch it right now. Link me.
You don't.
Please don't.
As soon as we're done the review, I might.
we're almost done.
Really?
We're almost done.
I dare you.
So, it's just, all that's left is to give our overall thoughts on The Doctor Falls. Kat, I'll start with you.
Okay, but otherwise I liked it.
Good.
It was depressing as fuck.
Oh, it was. With all the departures, it was very depressing.
But it was so good.
It was pretty good.
I liked it.
Is that all you have to say about it?
Yeah, mostly just I cried a whole lot.
Yeah, I hear you. Freezing Inferno, you're up.
Okay. So this episode was, as Kat said, it was kind of depressing, but it was also just kind of this death march, this unstoppable drive towards certain doom, the finale, like the end of Peter Capaldi. And it built up nice and slow like that. It was relatively small stakes, just a bunch of Cybermen and a bunch of little people the Doctor decided to save. And then everyone left at the end. But Bill got a happy ending because that's what Moffat does, and that made me smile. I liked that. I like the idea of the first Doctor coming back, and this was a pretty great capstone to the Series 10 and to the Capaldi era. It's probably near the top of the list because of that, because it was pretty good. I don't know if it's right at the top, but certainly top 3-ish.
Okay.
So I really dug it.
Right, and I dug it as well. I thought it was a satisfactory, if not perfect, conclusion to the series, and also the finale. It's a shame that all our main cast departed in one manner or another, one after another, and at times I thought the Masters, and especially the Cybermen, were both wasted, but I've already touched on that. There were some questionable writing decisions that have divided the fan base, most notably the fate of Bill, but you've provided a very good counter-argument for why that's not a problem, and I'm beginning to see your way of looking at it, Fresno.
Good.
I'm beginning to see your way of looking at
Last
it.
you mirror me.
Oh, God, shut up.
Let the mirrors flow through you.
One thing this episode absolutely did was make me realise just how much I'm going to miss Peter Capaldi
Oh God, I
come
know.
Christmas time.
And Missy.
I'm going to really
Mostly
miss Missy too, because we know Missy's gone. And we know that the 12th Doctor is
At least get
going.
another hour with Peter Capaldi, or Michelle Gomez is done.
We know the 12th Doctor is going in Christmas time, come hell or high water. So yeah, not quite as good as World Enough in Time, but it's still quite good in its own right.
I don't know. I take them as two parts of a whole.
It hasn't
really.
dragged down World Enough in Time for me, crucially. And I think if you play it as a whole, I think it's a very strong finale, probably one of the stronger finales Moffat's done since he took over in the Big Bang.
Yeah.
I mean, Heaven Sent was amazing as a standalone episode. Hellbent couldn't quite live up to it.
I liked Hellbent.
Dark Water was amazing as a standalone episode, and Death in Heaven was perfectly good, but didn't quite live up to it.
I'm not as anxious anymore. Death in Heaven was fucking brilliant.
Okay. And that's all we've got for you, because the show will not return until Christmas, and we have no details other than the fact that Peter Capaldi and David Bradley will share the limelight together.
But you can look forward, at some distant point in the future, to our big Series 10 retrospective whenever the hell we get up and do that.
Yeah, I don't know when that's going to be.
I just realized something.
Yeah.
They kind of foreshadowed Bill's fate, too. Not the whole, puddle thing, but her becoming a Cyberman in Oxygen when she's trapped inside that suit.
Yes.
Oh, shit.
Yes, they kind of do. You might be reading too much into it, but I think you're probably right. So that was the Dr. Falls. I think, by and large, it stuck the landing. I think we all enjoyed it. I hope you, the audience, enjoyed it as well, although opinion has been divided, as I say. Some people loved it, and some people hated it. It was a Marmite episode, and a Marmite finale.
Really?
Marmite finale sounds like a really sort of metal thing that a chef would make. Like really
Sorry,
metal.
You rang?
I was going to say we have a chef right here, but yeah. As I say to the audience, thank you for listening to us witter on for the past 12 weeks. It's hugely appreciated. I know I say this every time, but it really is. Thank you to Freezing Inferno and to Kat, and he couldn't be here this week, but Kachiri as well, for putting up with my bullshit.
Really, it's you that puts up with our bullshit.
It's a mutual putting up with bullshit.
So you know what, Rainiac? Thank you for putting up with our bullshit.
Thank you for not pulling your hair out every time I went, Doctor Who Mirror Alert.
We're ending on the Mutual Appreciation Society. How pleasing.
And I have a request. Can we end this episode, not including the special, with one final fuck Moffat from us all?
Well, Wait, okay.
Do you want to do it?
I will say it, but only in the context of the fact that he allowed Lie to land to get to.
Okay, I'll count us in.
I'm saying it in the context that he made me really, really sad.
I'll count us in. 3, 2, 1.
Fuck Moffat!
David Cameron fucked a pig.
It's just every meme from the Capaldi era brought back.
Yes, and it will come. Unfortunately, that era will come to an end on the 25th of December, 2017. All that remains to be said is I've been Renier, thank you for listening, and Doctor Who Reviews will return at Christmas to review whatever the hell the name of the Christmas special is, because they haven't revealed it yet. We don't have any details. I'm working with what I've got, okay? I'm doing the best what I've got to hand, alright?
Oh, I've got a detail, though, that I can share.
Oh.
Donald Trump likes golden showers.
Not quite what I was expecting, but I'll take it.
And photoshopping the CNN logo over Vince McMahon.
Yes, I still can't get over that, but yes. But that's not really.
We gotta like kill all of these.
I mean, hang on. After 12 weeks, we finally fucking got a Donald Trump joke in the episode.
We did.
Oh yeah,
we did.
So.
That's a great way to end, to come full circle. So as I say, thank you for listening to us talk about the episode. We hope that we have entertained at least some of you for the past 12 weeks. And we'll be back at Christmas time for the Christmas special. All that remains to be said is I've been Renier. Thank you so much for listening. And we will return at Christmas. Bye for now.